And what else do we have? What else? New York, WOR. Mark, go ahead. You're on the Savage Nation.
Hey, Mike. When I first called in, it was about Facebook, but you had a caller, Jack, called in commenting on some of your comments about suicide.
Right,
and
right.
You made the comment, you don't own yourself. That was very profound to me. I've never considered it that way.
It's interesting, isn't it, though? I mean, it really is. I mean, if you believe in the divinity of human beings, that we're not just like a tern or a shark or a seal, that we are different than the animals, even though we have similarities with the animals, but if we are divine, then you have to ask yourself, what created this divinity and for what purpose were humans created? And once you go down that road of questioning, you come to the conclusion that you don't own your own body, that God created us for a purpose. And then it becomes easier to deal with some depression, frankly. Don't you agree with me, Mark?
I do, and it's a complete expression of selflessness.
Well, I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to go there, but Mark, I've had my dark moments. I've been on the edge. I've been on the edge of a cliff many times in my life without a guardrail. In fact, when I'm going through all of my writings when I was a young man and certain things happened, blah, 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 I have an entire carton that no one has ever read with a rope around it called Suicidal Ideations. I was on the edge of the cliff. I looked down into the chasm. I saw the jaws of death. And for some reason, I never went off the edge of that cliff. I found ways to come back. It was mainly through religion. I'm not religious today, by the way, Mark, but I came to understand that religious people are the greatest salvation for us because they do teach us that there's something greater than us on this planet.
Well, I think you just put it into a very nice, easy-to-understand nutshell. I've never considered suicide. I'm not depressed. But I think you succinctly put it into a way that can be clearly understood. I mean, you don't own yourself. I mean, I think that is that's the best description I've ever heard.
Well, okay, that's in my own words, and I have a way with words, I guess. That's why I'm in the talk radio business. But this is how I interpreted the explanation to me. It was taught to me by a religious person who said, don't even think about such thoughts because you don't own yourself. Or it was in my reading of the major religions where they teach you that you don't own yourself, and suicide is actually considered the greatest crime you can commit. Suicide is considered a worse crime than homicide. Would you believe that?
Oh, yes. I'm 58 years old. I've been through a whole bunch of things, Zen and the various forms of yoga and things like that. But that was just such a succinct way of stating, who we are.
Right, Zen and the Art of the Savage Nation, we might call it, huh, Mark? You know, Mark, I can hear in your voice there's a lot of depth in what you're saying and a lot of thought. And it's interesting to me that although I kid around a lot on the show, joke around, I go here, I go there, I range all over the map. At the end of the day, there's a depth to the show that I think resonates with people like yourself. And without, beating this up, the whole theological issue is a very interesting one to me. And the thing to remember is this: no matter how bad things get in your life, no matter what goes wrong, you have to keep saying to yourself, there's a reason for it. There's a purpose to it. There's an experience here. Something will come of it that will enlighten you in some way, and you keep going. It's as simple as that. There's no